Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it? No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taking an interest. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector? It might be to do with the victim, for all we know. Maybe she's an influential person that he knows of, or a personal friend. You think I can tell you what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial. Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it? So what about Sholmes? Who did you hear that name from? Well, it was Mr. Matsume who mentioned it. He said Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodging. I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions. Fiddle faddle. Ugh. The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. Oh. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case. Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Gibble gabble. Oh! The next one's going to be Wibble Wabble or something. Ever seen this before? Oh, yes, the Ranst magazine. It's a wonderful publication which the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes appears. Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its story. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any Sherlock Sholmes tale at all. Well, I suppose there's an element of that. We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. That man's as dangerous as, to us at the Scotland Yard as he is to our criminals. That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. Fishing ships crushing worthy relationship. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective, so let us examine everything. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, exactly. Look at those shining eyes, you can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again. The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address. Even, it's Baker Street. Okay, fine. Susato, don't throw me on the floor. How do you know that? Oh, well, let me guess. It's in the story, yes. It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world. Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We'd better try to find our way there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. She's starting to turn into our client. Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage! No, they didn't even change the address. It's just like, whatever. It couldn't be like, you know, 112A Butcher Street or something. 112A Butcher Street. No. That's what I would have gone with if I was trying to be as close to the real, like, well, not the real things. He wasn't a real person, but you know what I mean? As close to the other IP as possible without actually infringing. But anyway. So, we're to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. But before we do, I'm going to rub my face against everything on the street and see if any clues come out of stuff. What is this? The horse's butt? Examine the horse's butt. Rub your face into it, Ryu. Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage! They use vehicles like that to rush to the crime scenes and carry away criminals. You're very well informed, aren't you? 112A Caker Street. Oh, that's even better, Alchemist. See, that's better, because it rhymes, kind of, yeah. Matt, come on now. What? What? It's long been a dream of mine to ride in one of these through the streets of London. Well, guess what, Susato? Go commit a crime and you might get your chance. Just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then. But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it. Wouldn't it? Still, if it is the only way, help me find a good stone. No, 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 I wasn't serious. Don't judge the man for his desire to rub his face on a horse butt. Here we go, look. Snowman! Freeze! Snowman, you're under arrest! Get it? Freeze. Hey, what a delightful snowman. I didn't realise the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf, look!
You suck.
I knew that was coming. I made sure at the very least that's one of the chat bots I have working. The other one isn't, because it's on the PC that is currently sitting over there under a pile of boxes. Or behind it, rather. You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. We spent all of our money on a hotel room for the night. Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his, but the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much harm, much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow now. Anything else? No? Okay, London Bobby. Alright, London Bobby. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. Police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong. We have no cause for concern. Oh no. I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favours at all. Yeah. She's got a point. Really, she does. That patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred. Yes, it's a very wide open space, isn't it? That's true. I can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding. Oi! What are you foreigners doing here? Ah! Oh, just investigating the scene. I was conspiring with that moustache fella from Japan, are you? Conspiring? Come here to destroy evidence, have you? Get out of here before I give you an hiding. Go on. Wow. He shoot us away like rats. Yes, we should give him a wide berth, I think. What a disappointing experience. So I get the feeling there's something else around here. No? Okay, so then there's this, the street. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks. Seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow. I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead. Yeah, if you want to get run over by a carriage. Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Naruhodo-san, and dressed in black. I worry coachman might not see you and that you could be flattened by a horse. It smells like ye olde racism here, as opposed to the modern racism, you mean? Well, thank you for the rather small concern. I'm pretty sure that police officer would definitely vote for the Brexit Party. Yeah. Let's move over. It's the Bailey. The clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy. Well, it is known as Foggy London Town. I got news for you guys, you sweet, poor, innocent Japanese tourists. That's not fog. It's smog. Enjoy breathing that shit in. I I can just make out some sort of spire through the fog. Looks as though it's still being built though, kind of like the Eiffel Tower. Ah yes, that must be the Crystal Tower they're building for the great exhibition that's open in 6 months' time. Apparently it's going to be very striking. Sarcastic Jay! What's up, dude? How's it going, man? Hello, Parents House Abuser. Welcome back home again. Yep. How's it going, Jay? Good to see you, man. You haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, Freya. What is this? I'm unmodding you now. I'm joking. I'm joking. You've seen the movie, though. Do you know what? Actually, I haven't seen the movie. So... But the music in the series is great. It's good, man. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Good to see you too. Thank you for stopping by. Hope everything's well at your end. It's on your huge list of things to watch. You really should. If it's on any of the, if you've got any streaming services, I think it's on Netflix, like the whole thing. So, you know, if you've got that, get it watched. It's worth it. It's a lot of fun. As well as it's gonna get. Yeah, that's it. You gotta take what life gives you, right? Any other series with that same kind of music making a playlist for No Man's Sky? Ooh. I think with anime, at the very least, I think Bleach had some kind of similar, like, hip-hoppy, weirdy thingy thing going on. Mind you, the Cowboy Bebop wasn't really hip-hoppy, was it? It was like... It was a bit of hip-hoppy, jazzy, weird fusion stuff. Oh, Baccano! That's a good one. I love that series. Baccano. Jazz pop. Yes, that's the stuff. Baccano is great. That is such a cool series. I'm going to have to dig that out now. I've got it on hard drive. I might watch that later. Holy crap. Apparently it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides in the symbolic centerpiece of an exhibition. It's to be the largest exhibition in history, isn't it? I can't even begin to imagine it. Yeah, they're building the Eiffel Tower in London because, you know, history, right? Bricked up windows. That's going to be important. It's right across from the stabbing. That's going to be important. Somebody's going to be like, yeah, I was in the house at the corner of Strand Street. I saw it all from the window, I did. And we'll be like, aha, you didn't. Those windows are bricked up. Tell me another lie, bitch. Oh, look at the windows of that building there. Are you sure they're windows? Yeah, but they're all filled with bricks. So it's not really a window anymore, is it? It's a wall. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment. There's smoke coming from the chimney, though. It's a crack house. That's what that is. Oh my god. Windows all covered up? Fuck yeah. Yeah, there's some weird shit going on in that house. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much to have learned about this place. That's true, yeah, the upper window isn't bricked. Good call. But they'll be like, oh yeah, I live on like, you know, the second floor. Well, first floor. This is the ground floor, by the way. This, because if we're going with British convention, this is the ground floor. This is the first floor. That's the second floor. Everywhere else in the world, they say first floor, second floor. And it's so confusing. That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history. America! Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks decidedly in worse shape than the other houses around here. We must find some cheap lodgings for ourselves as soon as possible. Hey, I mean, you know, this place is all broken up and disused. Maybe we can just squat there. Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonable level floors. Look at this poor little bike. Oh, a British bicycle, look! You can tell it's a British bicycle because the steering wheel is on the wrong side. Right. Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure I couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Sounds like my physical condition she's describing. Oh no, Jay. Oh my god, that was bad. Well, I don't know. It was bad, you're right. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. Yeah, as in, they came off their bike and broke their neck. Seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dresses to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. Just the people riding them. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. I would say I don't dislike people who ride bikes. I dislike the two people that ride bikes side by side down a 60-mile-an-hour road with no overtaking space. Bastards. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you'd agree with me. That's an oddly specific example, Ryu. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometimes. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. Because that's not undignifying at all. Sounds personal, lol. I'm not saying that was how I spent part of my Thursday trying to move boxes, from my house to here, but it fucking was. Oh. I'm like, why are you riding fucking side by side, taking the lane up, you selfish buggers? Uphill, so they were going so slow. Yeah. Anyway. Any more things I can examine? Any more examinations? Pixel hunt time. Daily news. Alright, I think we've looked at everything. Oh, we didn't actually check out the map that the inspector gave us. Let's have a look at that. So this is the Stabination place. Right there. That's where the stabbing happened. So that must be the house with the bricked up windows then. And yeah, we're getting this view here, basically. Now we need to go and find Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Move. A new location has been added. Sholmes' suite. Sweet Sholmes. Casa de Sholmes.
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
Chip chip, old boy.
Again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Sherlock Sholmes.
Guy likes his plants. That's good. Man needs a hobby. Oh, they've even got the knife with the mail in it. Nice. Well, this is where the great detective makes his living. Feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Miss Susato? She's gonna totally fangirl out, isn't she? She's gonna be like, oh my god! Oh! Susato-san? Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. This is excited for her. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel it in your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I suppose I can, yes. So, if you don't mind... I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please don't mind me. She's obsessed. Well, it looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. But, you know, this being ye olde London, people just left their doors open, you know? Excuse me, anybody home? Oh, do we have a visitor? Ah, here we go. Yeah, told you she'd be here. Hello! It's a big new case for Mr. Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes? Yeah, hello. Wait. Aren't you... Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once. Yes, please do. This is a British house. I expect to be greeted with tea and biscuits. Sure it's the same girl. Mr. Sato, did you see the girl who was here just now? Oh yes. Isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case. The King of Bavaria? No, that's Bavaria? That's different. King Wilhelm Gottsreich, Sigismund von Ormenstein, of course. Yeah. Excuse me. I might have cleared my throat in the middle of all that and you couldn't tell the difference. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Don't know the guy. Never met him, not had the pleasure. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there. Tea's brewed, and I have freshly baked cake as well. Oh, cake will do perfectly fine. Ah, it's you! I knew it. Susato-san recognized her too. So much reading, sheesh, I know. These games, there's a lot of reading. But I get to do funny, weird accents as well. So there we go. There's fun to it. Ah, there you are. Yeah, this was at the back end of the last case, with the girl, the Lestrade girl with the smoke cannon thing. And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. Because her goggles are like the ones that Sholmes was using on the cruise ship, so I thought, ooh, I bet they're, you know... Yeah, I bet they work together. She might be the technician. It's the girl who turned up at the end of the McGilded trial in the defendant's antechamber. I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Poor you, having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London. Oh, yes, it was challenging. Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know. Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that colour? Welcome to England! Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavour. Hooray! It's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Wait, ticklish? They're going to try and tickle me? I did not agree to this. Oh, and you're to defend the Japanese man. I do wish you lots of luck. Gee, thanks. Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you? Hurley. Hurley? Mr. Sholmes? To you, surely. Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he just returned from overseas. Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Stalker alert! Did she deduce all those things, do you think? And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Oh, she did an adorable curtsy. It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. Oh. Is she going to be related in any way to Dr. Wilson from the first case? Because, I mean, he was basically Watson, You know, he looked like Watson. He had a similar name to Watson. It was John Hamish Wilson instead of John Hamish Watson. Or was it Hamish or was it just H? I think we only got his initial. But yeah. I live here together with Hurley. Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait. This can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she all flustered all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. And what are your names? Oh, I'm Ryunosake Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan. You can call me Ryu for short. Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it. Yeah, Runo, that works. Hey, Runo. That's fine by me. Susie and Runo? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. She's a cheeky little scamp, she is. I have so many questions for her, I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. Again with the mind reading, what the hell? Alright, conversation. Hello, Iris. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it, at the Old Bailey? Yep, that's right. You were ever so helpful, thanks so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. We were a little bit flustered. Though at the time we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Ah! Yeah, there it is. Fucking yeah, like this? Yeah. Yeah, you can put the bazooka down now. I mean, they just let her walk into a court building with that. You couldn't do that today. You get shot if you try to do that today. Ah, thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yeah, the awkward witness Gina Lestrade, where I'm still sure there was a lot more going on with her and McGilded. It seemed weird, like there was some kind of relationship or something there, like a working relationship, I don't know. Oh, Ginny, yes, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Are you referring to the trial-disrupting gun-like contraption? You know, because it was like, that was the thing. She fired off the smoke grenade launcher because she was waiting in court. Literally at McGilded's very not-so-subtle hint that there might have been another person in the carriage, somebody sitting in this very courtroom, and then boom, the smoke grenades went off. And that's when the carriage got manipulated. And all the evidence got, like, tampered with, because they had to clear the courtroom. And it's almost like that was the intent. Like, you know, they'd arranged that, so there's something very weird. Exactly, I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism to my inventions. Oh yes, this girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician. Sorry, your technician? Hurley, of course, silly. He's the technician. Oh wow. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? I don't know, this is Britain, you guys are weird. Well then, what's your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you've found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? Oh my god. 10 at last this year! This is getting very uncomfortable. What of your mother and father? Now this is old London, mate. They probably died from syphilis like a long time ago. Oh no, they're not around. Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. So the last name, that Wilson bit, let's see. Any relation to a John H. Wilson? Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Yeah, the fuck? Yeah. No kidding, Al, right? It's like, oh, this got very Japanese all of a sudden. Oh my god. Of course, go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Rance magazine. Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories? Yeah, so she's the one who writes them then. So she's the Watson. That's right. Hurley is always having such an solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? I like how she does the same thing that Sherlock Holmes does as well, with the thinking pose. You know, she does that. Spotify doesn't have the soundtrack to Baccano. I've been going off playlists that are inspired by it and they're questionable at best. Oh dear. That is such a cool anime. Oh my god, I might have to watch that soon. Goodness. Last night he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship travelling from a faraway land. Yeah, he solved the case. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. Wait, what the fuck? One of the playlists has Nickelback on it? I mean, I like Nickelback as much as the next guy. I have to. I'm contractually obliged to by having married a Canadian woman, but... an Albertan at that, because they're from Alberta. But... what the fuck? That isn't no... They don't remotely play even anything like the music in that anime. Wow. So you are the author? Yes, I'll let you in on the secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. You know, like Sherlock Holmes being kind of incompetent. This time I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes's first thought as well, actually. And there was a snake. It was a sneaky snake, but it was not the killer. It wasn't a killer sneaky snake. It was just a toothless, harmless snake. Yeah, and Social Distortion, don't get me wrong, I love Social D, but I don't think they're quite the fit. Yeah, I don't see that. Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So, do you mean to say that the stories about Mr. Sholmes are published in Rance magazine? All written by me, yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine. Dr. John... oh my god, John H. Wilson! There it is. It was like, oh yeah, that's my dad. So Sato-san's getting more and more worked up. Ah, yes, that's me. So she goes by a pen name. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the Doctor of Medicine part? That's all true too. I am a Doctor of Medicine. Alright. At 10 years old? At 10 years old. Hey, look. The average life expectancy at this point in time in England wasn't much. It was like 40. You've got to get a fucking move on in life. You've got to become a Doctor of Medicine by the first decade. Otherwise, you're a social failure and you've got to live the rest of your life as a chimney sweep. That's literally it. Well, that's quite incredible. But Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. You're breaking Susato's world here, Iris, please. I feel so old. It's like, fuck. And hey, I'm gonna be dead any day now. What do you think I feel? Ah, yes. I did alter the settings slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? a great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow? I suppose it does, yes. Oh, poor Susato-san. Looks like her whole world has just fallen apart. It's all fiction. About before. Yes, what's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we'd just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a very difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please tell us how you did it. Explain in every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted, although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Uh-oh. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular! Uh-oh. First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Bruno. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I observed a passport and travel tickets protruding from your breast pocket. Oh. So I was reasonably confident that you must only have arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against a particular prosecutor, telling me that you were unaware of London's court's affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited a local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you, earlier today? Ah, yeah, it's like a nightclub. Our prisons are like nightclubs. You get a stamp on the back of your hand to show that you've been in and you can go back in again. They use those stamps to keep a close eye on the comings and goings, you see. I didn't realise. A red stamp is only used for people visiting a foreign inmate. So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus MacGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate in the local prison. However, neither of you was wearing any particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. But how could you have even known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him, so he told me that he'd caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been Mr. Natsume. Now, Runo has a fancy Japanese sword. And I think that your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both came from Japan yourselves, so I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion to those facts that could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. She's good. She actually got all that right. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know. He is silly. And that's all there really was to it. Oh. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. She's signing it off like a TED Talk. Oh my god. She's better than Herlock. She is. She got it all right. He would have come up with some bonehead thing that was in entirely the wrong direction. You found soft piano jazz version of Tank. It feels dirty to listen to it. Ooh. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed to ascertain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. See, he does the style. He just gets it wrong. She gets it right. So, this is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please! Yes, tank isn't tank without the blaring wind instruments. Oh yeah, that's the draw of the whole song, you know. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying? Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to a crime scene. Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. Short, shifty-looking, stooped man. Mr. Natsume beyond any doubt. So Seki-san said that he didn't see anyone else on the street at all, but it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man, shivering in fear. Oh, Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Of course he is. Of course he is, Susato. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Oh. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear. I hadn't realised the situation was so dire. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crime is usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is. I don't hold that much hope for Soseki-san. Well, thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about the case as well. Ah, well, I expect Hurley's still investigating the scene. Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yep, Mr. Nuts-ume. Hurley said that he's going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Do you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yeah, we know Inspector Gregson. Oh, goody. In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? It's like a referral card. Oh, a 5-shilling piece and a postcard. I thought that was actually a picture on the postcard. So we're basically bribing the dude. Here we go, 5 shillings. Ooh, you can get more fish and chips with that. Iris's postcard added to the court record. It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem." Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Yeah, I like Iris as a character more than Herlock, definitely. Yeah, Herlock's just annoying. She's great. Good luck then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon. We'll be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men at Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. Is that an actual factoid? Were they like the world's heaviest silver coins? Cool. All right, guys. We went a little bit over time for the break by like 20 minutes nearly. All right, so let's move on. We need to go find Sherlock Sholmes. But first we've got to go bribe a detective. It looks as though the police are still here carrying on with their investigation. Not the usual setup. No, I'm in my parents' house now, and I'm so close to the wall I can't put my green screen there. So, yeah, I'm in a different room entirely. Different computer table, different everything. Well, the computer's the same, but yeah, and so am I. Perfect. Let's find the Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Feels like the first step all over again. Especially when I was like putting all the computers together, like holy shit. It's a lot of cables. I need to redo some of the cables for where the power comes in, because all the power sockets are behind me. The computer is here on a table next to me, like a little, like a small drawer unit. It's sitting on top of that, because it can't go under the desk because the desk is too small. So yeah, but I need to run the adapter for the power cable further round and run it behind the table. Because the rest of the room is out there. I'm sitting in a corner facing into the room now. So this is different. All weird. Whereas my other table was up against a wall with another wall behind it. So, in like a narrow room. So yeah, everything's different. It took me a while to get this set up how I liked it, but I'm okay with it for now. I'll make some small tweaks. Yes, this is Matt's new game plus mode. Yes. That's it. Alright, let's see if he's taking a break from his chips to look at the silver tip that Iris gave for him. Alright, so let's present the postcard. In fact, we should have a look at this as well. So yeah, we've got a 5-shilling piece, isn't it? I believe it's called a crown. Yes, and you can train a Scotland Yard detective to do whatever you want with just a single one. Iris must be the most powerful 10-year-old in the world. How much is 5 shillings, by the way? What's it really worth? Well... probably enough to buy all the chips an inspector could possibly eat within a whole month. That's greasy. If they're greasy, they've not been made correctly. Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Iris's little handwriting is adorable, isn't it? The handwriting might be adorable, but the message is ominous. There's no room for sentiment here. No. So like, dude, tell him what he needs to know, or I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna make it hurt. I'm sure it's simply the way you're interpreting it, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, I do hope the inspector will tell us what we want to know when he reads it. I don't think it will just make him munch piping hot chips until steam comes out of his ears, do you? BRB, gotta swap the clothes over. No problem, dude. Take your time. Do whatever you need to do. Well, that won't be an entirely terrible outcome. Oh, present it. Yeah. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to be talking to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. Even her, like, handing it over was a creepy moment there. It's like, but we have something for you from Iris. What? For me? From her ladyship? Oh, what now? Her ladyship? Give that here at once. Come on, hand it over, that's for me. Oh, okay, well, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a bribe. Duh. This is a silver crown, obviously. It's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is. Because of the fucking stories. because she writes them. So she's basically paying him his his appearance fee to be used in the stories. Yeah, I see. You mean... Oh, that's right. For the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time. Yes, yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, so using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector, that must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. I think we could have probably gotten this from Mr. Natsume as well if we went back to the prison and asked him, where do you live? Oh, cool, thanks. Ah, the little knife-wielding mustached Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel just over there. Look, is he... He's in the bricked-up building. Are you fucking kidding? On the first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle is propped up. That is nearby indeed. He told us he ran all the way home, as if he lived like several streets away. If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garadeb. Garadeb? That's a really weird name. Right, well, if you see her again, you make sure to give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. But don't worry, Inspector, we will. Jesus. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Is she like the fucking queen or something? Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yeah, so then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. Fucking cannon in here. And so, 2 shells as well. Those are not the right kind of shells for this kind of cannon, though. This is a cannon that you would use a cannonball with. Those look like shells for a more modern howitzer. Oh my goodness. May I help you? Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garadeb? Indeed it would, sir. Who may I say is calling? My name is Ryunosake Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. What the hell was that? She really reacted to that. She was like... We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. I think she's got the hiccups. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb. Did you see that, Mr. Sato? That was a real-life English maid! Oh my god, he's got a fetish. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. And oh my, was there a lot of it. Oh, this day keeps getting better. Oh my god. It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We've seen everything. We've seen a British court, we've seen Herlock Sholmes' house, and now we've seen a maid. And the bobbies with their hats. Oh! And a man with fish and chips. It's so English. We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Damn it. Butlers, of course. And he's the one who did it. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now. This way. Oh my goodness, the man is a half-moon face. Wow. Also, look at this, I'm kind of covering a little bit of it, but look at this here, let me go to the examine thing. This looks like it's been burnt. And why is this like there's a candle there? And then it's like the screen was hastily erected to cover up whatever was burnt. But that part of that rug has definitely seen better days. Look at it. Look at the enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely. Yes, to cover something. They're trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look, just a little peek. Or maybe don't. Maybe let's not, Mr. Sato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. Or, you know, she's got a bit of a cough. This window looks out over Briar Road where the young woman was attacked. Oh yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder? I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir. Sorry. As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you. Seems very unlikely these two would have seen anything of the incident then. Medals. Looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner. Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say, although it bothers me that it's not straight, like any of it. What, that old thing? Sorry. I should be glad to see the back of it, but the General would turn in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the bolly thing out of my way. So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose? Well, that's the maid doing her job, dude. There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation. It's like he was in the Village Green sack race. I don't know. Sounds like the kind of honours even I could be in line for. I was there. I participated. Oh. Well, one does not like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Oh my god, is he stirring the tea with the mouthpiece of his pipe? What kind of heathen is this? Can't measure an officer by the number of medals and his name, of course, common knowledge in military circles. Because he's only got the one, he would say that. That portrait of Mr. Garadeb is glaring at me, I swear. The eyes follow you everywhere. Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garadeb as well? Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well. Ah yes, he seemed to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket. Seemed to come back? What do you mean? The chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. That point of fact, now I think about it, rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need. Yeah, he probably bought that cannon there and everything. The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements. So Sato-san doesn't pull her punches, or throws for that matter. What's with the frigging artillery shells? Are those mortar shells? They're enormous! I hadn't noticed. What are they doing here? Well, you know, just in case we need to defend the old homestead. Ah, those old things, a couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during training, you know. Became a bit of a colourful regiment folklore, that incident. You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shell? Well, I wouldn't say deliberately exactly. They're only scrap iron after all. Usually just throw them away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you? Useful for what exactly? Yes, well. Joan here did manage to knock one of the bally things on my foot the other day while she was dusting. Oh no! That's probably why he's got a walking stick. Hadn't shed a tear since 1869 before then, you know. Maybe reconsider throwing them away? Stop stirring your tea with the pipe, you fucking Philistine! I know, right? He's literally like, That's disgusting. That really is revolting. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though. That old thing? Not much better than rags, really. Oh? Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. I'm not one for dwelling in the past, me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it? I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. That's a full-size cannon. What's it doing here? Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica. Oh, that old thing? Bah, that's little more than a toy. Sorry. The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house. This guy is so fucking exceedingly British, I love it. Apart from the stirring the tea with the pipe, Jesus. Really, isn't it overkill? Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy. Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garrideb? Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel. It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging on its head in shame. There be books. I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garrideb. Do you enjoy reading? Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book. Oh, there's a copy of Rance magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garrideb enjoys the adventures of Sherlock Holmes too. The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. I really wanted him to just retort with, like, can't stand the fellow, absolute nonsense or something. Good day to you. John Garrideb at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunasaki Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. So he's a retired soldier. A hell of a job getting up and down the stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yeah, it's quite a climb up here onto the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Do you think so? Well, Mr. Garrideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let the good people see it properly. Joan, fetch it. Ah! Jesus. Dash it all, woman, be careful. Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it, living the quiet life now. I see. Yes. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only two, please, naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. We've forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Ever had some famous detective poking around, you know? In this old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. but he has the books. Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... no. Ooh. Anyway, the chap is investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Soseki-san's room. Hey, Sam! How's it going? Happy Monday, dude. It's a bally nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss, it's jolly unsettling. Alright, well, can I maybe not talk to them and just carry on looking around first? There was a little bit more. Oh my goodness, look at this disaster site here. What the fuck is this maid paid for? Look at this, it's just an absolute wreck. I see a wall! Oh my god, where did that come from? Yeah, I'm at my parents' house now, so I'm setting up whatever I can. There's, you packed your green screen so tight after all that trouble you can't unpack it? No, the wall's too close, and this is a corner. So where the only place where I can put this table, it's a corner desk, so I can either put it facing the table, which means nothing behind me apart from the room, so you guys will get to see the whole room and the mess and everything else, or I have to turn it the other way around, but there's a big cupboard unit there. Yeah, and I've got more stuff to come in, so this is just the best I could do, and I thought, well, I guess no green screen anymore. All you have now is a corner to live in. That's it. That's all I have. Just a corner. Paint the wall green. You know, I was thinking, I said earlier on in the stream, I might look for the chroma keyed, like, cloth drapes that you can get, and I could nail it to the wall and then, like, work it around the corner. You know, because the actual corner, you can see it here, look. This is like two different walls. So I could nail it up on the wall around the other side and wrap it around, and then I could have a screen, but the wall is there. And so is the other one. It's there. So it's too close to put the green screen in, because my chair back would be forever hitting it and knocking it over. So yeah, for now, I'll see what I can work out, but I wanted to get up and running as quick as I could. But anyway, what is this mess? Look at the crockery on display here, it's rather unusual, isn't it? As in, it's smashed to shit. Oh my, a genuine London dresser, isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockery is, oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. Yeah, it's probably something like that, but let's not delve too deeply here. Let's not stare into the madness in case it stares back. Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on the gleaming silver cake stand. Lined up, it looks more like someone has half demolished them to me. Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It's quite the English way. It's Mr. Garrideb's custom to make take two cakes with his tea. That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on the cake stand. Well, naturally. And it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garrideb doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have to tidy up. How magnanimous of you. Right, so she just eats all the rest of the cakes.